It's Saturday. Can you believe it? What? Do not adjust your set. Do not adjust your smartphone or your iPad or your computer. Guys, it's Saturday and we are hanging out. I'm super excited. This is so cool. I love Saturday shows and I've not been able to do one in a very long time, but I love the energy on a Saturday. It's different. People feel different. The items hit different. Everything is just different on a Saturday because everybody's relaxed. Everybody is hanging out. On a Friday afternoon, everybody's worn out because it's been a long work week and all of those things that come with that. But on a Saturday, everybody's relaxed. Maybe you've got a snack in front of you. Maybe you're hanging on your couch instead of hiding in your office somewhere. It's just a little bit different to hang out on a Saturday. So here we are. It is a very special Saturday clearance event, and I am super excited to show you all of the things that I have in today's show for you guys. But I want to talk first about what is actually part of this warehouse clearance, because I don't want you to be confused by what is happening. Hello, Tanya. How are you? Hi, Hazel. Hey, Gina. So good to see you. I'm glad you're hanging with us this Saturday. So, all right, let's talk about what is actually going on, because I have several items for you guys today. I don't have as many as I had yesterday, but I do have a ton of items for you guys that are on clearance. However, this is not the only clearance items that are available to you guys. So it's really important that you take a look at what else is available over on artbeats.com. So when you have a second, now let's go through these items together first before you do that, but definitely take some time today to go check out the website and click on the last chance 80% off warehouse clearance items, because again, it's not limited to what I have in front of me today. It's just cool for us to get to go through and kind of ooh and ah over things in that I physically have, but there's a lot more that's available over on the website. And you want to take advantage of this clearance event right now, because once these items are gone, they're gone for good. You're not going to be able to grab them again. And that is really important when we're talking about everything, but most importantly, when we're talking about things like Tiarra cast and Gardan beads, because a lot of times those things you're probably not going to find anywhere else either. Now, just a reminder about Gardan beads, she only releases her items in small quantities, in small batches. So it's very hard to get your hands on them. If you miss out on the clearance event, or if you leave them sitting in your cart for too long and you don't check out, you're probably going to miss out on those. So just take advantage while you have the opportunity to do so, because you never know what's going to be gone, and then it's going to be gone. And it's really hard to have to scour the interwebs to try to find what you're looking for. So don't miss out on an opportunity, because we've got some really awesome things in today's show that you don't want to miss, as well as a ton of other things on the website. All right, so I'm going to get you turned around and we're going to start looking at beads, because I've got some Dakota stone strands that you guys are not going to want to miss. And while we're looking at those, I'm going to tell you guys how easy it is to shop with us here. Look, I've even pulled out a white mat, which I thought was going to look cleaner than the one that I have juice on, but honestly, I'm not so sure that it looks any better. it's a never-ending struggle with the pet hair around here. So, all right. So I have for you guys, first up, I have some Dakota stones, African turquoise, jasper. These are double drilled. I love these. African turquoise is one of my very favorite beads ever. I don't know. There's something about it that is just absolutely beautiful. So I am really excited to get to show these to you, because they're double drilled, which is really cool. This lends itself to a lot of design possibilities. And this is a really, really long strand. Now, before I tell you some things that you can do with this strand, you guys can take a look at it for a second. And I'm going to remind you how easy it is to shop with us while you are taking a look at these guys. Actually, let's open up some more while we're doing this, right? So if you are joining us on artbeats.com, our live is super easy to shop, because on the side of the screen, you're going to notice there is a shopping bag, and you can click on that at any point during today's show to see all of the items that are in today's show. Guys, this is a Soda Light 8mm faceted round bead strand, also from Dakota Stones. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the two of these together, by the way. But you can put all the items in your cart and check out all while you're still watching. Now, if you're joining us from Facebook, you're going to notice, like up here where my finger is pointing, there's going to be a little bar here, a text bar, where you can type in the item codes for each item, and it's going to send you a link to take you directly to those items on the website. So super easy to shop either way. Just know that if you're joining us from Facebook, I can't see your comments, and if you want to be part of the comment section and hang out with us, part of the big show, come on over to artbeads.com. However, you can shop very easily from both places. All right, so taking a look at these strands here. Now, before I move too much further on, I want to give you a little bit of design inspiration, if I can, over the double drilled ones, because some of you may not know exactly what to do with these. First of all, you can double string them up just as they are to create an awesome bracelet. However, I love to take a double drilled bead like this, and I'll take 1 or 2 of these per earring. Maybe just one, it just kind of depends. And you can actually thread some cord through here to come out the bottom and hang dangles, tie a knot, and then add your ear wire. Like, there's a lot of really cool things you can do with double drilled beads that I think a lot of people don't think about. You can use these with bracelet sliders. You can create some really cool designs. This would be a really awesome bead to put onto some memory wire. I've actually got a memory wire show that I'm planning for the month of March coming up. So if you're interested in memory wire designs, this might be a cool one to grab to add to some of your memory wire designs, or anything else for that matter. And then you can't go wrong with the absolutely beautiful sodalite. This is a really beautiful 8mm faceted strand. It sparkles, it's gorgeous, it's yummy. All right, got another strand for you coming your way. Sandy says, well, that just got my imagination going. Exactly. And that is my goal. I love that. There's so many things you can do with double drilled beads. All right. This is a really cool strand. This is a Chakra Stones 8mm matte bead strand. So this has all of the chakra colors. However, if that's not your thing, this is still a beautiful strand of mixed colored beads here. So I don't even know for sure what all of these are, but I do know that these are lapis here. This looks like, I would say apatite. I don't know for sure. This looks like carnelian. This looks like aventurine, probably just quartz here, and maybe some matte amethyst. I'm not entirely sure, so don't hold me to any of that, but it is still a really beautiful strand. So it has all the colors of the chakra if you want to create those kinds of designs, or it's just a great strand of matte gemstone beads. So pretty. All right. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Hey, Wanda's here on a Saturday. Deb says, how long is the turquoise strand? That's a really good question. I don't know right off the top of my head here, but I can measure it for you because I got my ruler right here just for those kinds of questions. So this is an 8-inch strand, double drilled 8-inch strand. It's a good strand. Like, you could get 2 bracelets out of that, even if you didn't use any other beads. Well, maybe not. You could definitely get a full strand bracelet, and then you'd have some more left over, depending on your wrist size. But if you added other beads, I think you could get several designs out of that for sure. All right, next up, I have some blood quartz. These are 6mm faceted. This is also another really beautiful, yummy strand. Gosh, that's pretty. I love everything about that. This kind of reads orange and pink at the same time. Very, very pretty. Look how nice that looks with that carnelian in this chakra strand. That's really beautiful. And I love anything with a facet, so really, really beautiful. All right, I've got one more of these strands for you guys. This one, let me grab something to get this open with. Looking for my scissors and misplaced them. Actually, I didn't misplace them. My daughter misplaced them. She's always in here with my stuff. This is a green strawberry quartz 4x6mm strand. This is kind of cool. I really love anything green this time of year because I'm really wishing and hoping for spring to show up. The sooner the better, because I'm kind of over winter at the moment, but this is really beautiful. And the green strawberry quartz is one that you don't see a lot, right? This is not one of those super popular, so it makes it, in my opinion, extra special, right? So pretty, such a beautiful green, very versatile. You're going to be able to use this with a lot of different things, and I love the way that this is drilled. It's a cube, but it's drilled diagonally, which makes it look really cool on the strand. So All right, guys, there you go. Those are our beautiful Dakota stone strands that we have in today's show. I do want to remind you, though, over on the website, there are even more clearance items that are available. So you definitely want to check that out when you have some time, and kind of browse through all of the other amazing items that we have. But what a beautiful way to start the show. Love it. So pretty. All right, moving on to the next. So yesterday we looked at a lot of Gardan, and I actually missed one. I didn't get it into yesterday's show. It kind of slipped through the cracks, but I have it today. So this is the only Gardan beads piece that I have in today's show. This is the raspberry pink enameled brass wing. I wish I had remembered to put it in yesterday, but I got it today. So at least I have it. It's absolutely beautiful. Now remember what I said. If you were with us yesterday, you'll know. If you didn't get a chance to join us yesterday, just a reminder that Gardan beads, they only release these in small batches, right? Because these are all handmade enamel pieces. And she only releases a few of these at a time. So once they're gone, they really truly are gone. She may redo a wing, but she'll never do it in the same color. She'll probably do it in some other beautiful color. And so if you want to grab this one, I would definitely grab it now, because chances are you probably won't see this colorway again. Really beautiful enamel pieces. I love her. I love her art. It's just really beautiful. So I'm glad I found this one today, because I don't know, I just missed it yesterday when I was putting the show together. All right, moving on to the next. I have lots of charms and pendants in today's show. I've got some really cool things to show you. I have some ring blanks. But this is one of the things that I found in the show that I didn't even know this was a thing, and I wish that I had known about this sooner, but at least I know about it now. This is going to look kind of strange to you at first, but I'm going to show you what you do with this, and I was so intrigued. I thought this was super cool. This is a sterling silver bead cap for an 18mm faceted heart. In the packaging, I was like, I don't get it. Like, what do it's beautiful, but like, what do I do with this? And I just fortunately happen to have some hearts in my own stash. Now this doesn't come with the heart, so you got to have your own hearts or get some hearts for yourself, but I have a heart here. This fits right on the top of that and lines up with that drill hole. And then you use the bail to go through there and hook it to your piece of jewelry. It's so beautiful. I don't know what it is about this, but it really was special. When I saw it, I was like, I've never seen anything. It's lived on the website, and I don't know why I never came across it before. Or maybe I did and I saw it and I just zoomed past it because I didn't know what to do with it. But I was very, very impressed with this one. So this is sterling silver. It is very cool looking, right? It's sterling silver. It fits right over the top of your heart bead, and then you attach the bail through the drill hole and through the hole on the bead cap. I just thought it was super cool. So pretty exciting to get to show you guys something that I had never seen before. I thought that was really cool. By itself, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Like, what is that? But when you put the bead with it, it really comes together. So I thought that was a really cool, something extra special in the show today. Plus it's sterling silver, which I think is fantastic. All right, then there was another one, and unfortunately I don't have the right size bead, which I probably do somewhere in my stash, but I didn't have time to grab one. But this works the exact same way. This is a sterling silver bead cap for a teardrop bead. And you can see this one it basically works the same way. You're going to sit this over the top of your teardrop bead, and it makes this really cool little cap to it, which is beautiful. Again, sterling silver. And then you can see the holes that are through here. So there's a couple, I guess, depending on where your bead is drilled. If your bead is drilled side to side, then you can run your jump ring through there, or your your wire if you're going to wire wrap it. I thought that was brilliant. I'd never seen a bead cap for a bead that was drilled side to side like that, like a little teardrop or whatever it is that you might have. I thought it was super cool. So again, sterling silver, really pretty and definitely interesting. I love these clearance shows because it never fails. I come across something that is so intriguing. So those were my 2 extra special finds for this event. I thought they were really cool and was excited to show those to you guys. All right, moving on to the next. I've got some rings here for you guys. I have 3, and they're all 3 very, very different. Copy that, copy that. All right, I have a copper-plated 10-loop beading ring. These are so fun. First of all, I love rings. I'm sure everybody knows that because I always have my fingers all loaded up with something. But excuse the dry skin, but check this out. This is just super cool. So it's adjustable, right? It's an adjustable ring, and then it has 10 loops on here that you can fill up with whatever you want to. And in my mind, that means dangles, which is absolutely fantastic. I do love a good dangle. I see you, Wanda. I'm getting there in just a second. Hold on. I promise I'm not ignoring you guys. I just get on a roll and you're going to scream at me. So, but this, you can put your little jump rings on here if you wanted to. You can wire wrap directly to it. You can bead to it. You could do some really cool like lacing back and forth, like a little corset if you wanted to. Like this could lend itself to so many different projects. I think that it is super, super cool. And I do love that copper plating on there. It's really beautiful. You could mix this with your coppers and your rose golds, which I think would be really awesome. So super, super pretty. All right, let me scroll back here because there was a question. All right, let's see what Beverly wanted to know. She says, would I need 2 Dakota stones beads for making a bracelet with memory wire, or will I need just one to make a bracelet? Well, it's an 8-inch strand. That's a really good question. It's an 8-inch strand. I think that one would get a bracelet all the way around, particularly with memory wire, because it makes an adjustable kind of situation. But if you wanted to do like an extra long wraparound bracelet with memory wire, you're probably going to need more than one of those strands. And unfortunately, I don't know what the price point is on those. I just have the items in front of me, but if it's in our show, I'm willing to bet that it's priced pretty darn good. So maybe grab 2 of them. I think if you add, let me grab it again. I think if you add some spacer beads in between her, or just beads in general of any variety between these beads, I think that you could really get some length out of this. You would probably be able to get 2 bracelets out of this if you put some things in between it. So it's a lot of beads. Like that's a lot to work with there for sure. So we'll take a look at those strands again here in just a little bit. Let's look at a couple other things though, because we always have some people who show up kind of midway through, and I don't want anybody to miss anything. However, if you do happen to miss something, or you miss the show in general, you just pop in to say hey and then you got to go, you can always watch this as a video on demand and come back and watch this later. Now, I can't promise that the items are still going to be here because things tend to move quickly in our clearance events, but it's definitely true for our project videos. You can watch those as many times as you want to, over and over again on the website, which is awesome. All right, this one is a 12mm antique silver plated pewter bezel ring. This you are going to be able to set whatever you want to in here. It's really beautiful. I love the antique silver of this. It's really kind of got that vintage feel to it, and you're going to be able to glue in just anything that you want here that's going to fit in there. You could even do your own like resin work if you wanted to. There's a lot of possibilities with a ring like this, but you could definitely fit in a flat back or a fancy stone that's going to fit anything that you wanted to put in there, and you've got yourself a beautiful ring. Now this one's not adjustable, so you do have to kind of take that into consideration, but I think it makes it look even more pricey, I guess, more expensive when it's not adjustable. Not that adjustable is not a good thing, because I have tons of adjustable rings, and thank goodness for that, because my fingers are such strange sizes, but I do love a good solid piece. All right, I have one more ring for you guys. It's kind of interesting too. All of the rings that I had in today's show are all very different, very, very different. So this one is made for something completely different. This is a gold-plated brass ring base for seed beads. This one is 5 millimeters across. So this is super cool. You can put a seed beaded section right in between these two little raised edges. So if you did like a beautiful peyote stitch band or anything else for that matter, just anything, you could even loom a little section to go in here. And then you've got the hole here where you can tie it on. You could glue it if you wanted to. You could use some of those epoxies to set it in there, but that's beautiful. It creates a beautiful metal edge to your seed bead work, which I think is really pretty. Quite honestly, that's just a pretty ring all by itself. If I'm being honest, like you don't even have to put anything in that. That's just pretty all by itself. That's a pretty one for sure. But I love that you can lay a seed bead band in there and you can either sew it on or you can attach it with some glue or epoxy. That's really smart and just really creates a cool piece. All right, moving on. I have lots of cool things, very different items that are in today's show. So speaking of like flatbacks, when we were looking at that ring base, I've got some Crystal Lane flatbacks for you guys in 2 different colors for those of you who love a good crystal. So these are Siam AB. There are 72 pieces here. This is the SS30 for those of you who understand the sizings of flatbacks and stones. That means stone size 30. This is going to fit in a size 30 setting. Or you can just put this onto whatever you want to, right? You can glue this down wherever you want. But if you're looking to set this, a stone size 30 setting is going to work for this. This is just a flat back in a beautiful Siam AB. So it's a soft red with that AB finish. So it makes it pink, which is absolutely beautiful. And there's 72 here. So if you want to bling something up, this is a great buy for that. Super, super pretty. I do love Crystal Lane. Those are from John Bead. They're really, really nice quality. So these are that SS30. I've got another one in SS16 that is the smoked topaz. And you can see this is just kind of a moody topaz color. It's not that light topaz that we're used to. This is more of that smoky, deep, moody color. It's just really, really beautiful. And this one is a bit smaller, so the SS16. And again, you can set that into an SS16 setting, or you can attach this with epoxy or glue or however it is that you like to attach your flatbacks. But you can build beautiful custom pieces of jewelry or any kind of craft using these gorgeous flatbacks. And this one has 288 pieces. So that's a lot. That's not just a handful. That's a lot of those to work with. So super beautiful. I love those. I love anything crystal related. Anything sparkly is good. All right, let's take a look at some charms. You want to? I've got several different kinds of charms in today's show. We're going to go through these. So first up, I have a beautiful rainbow. This is a 6.5 millimeter silver charm. This one is so cute. I love it. I love, love, love. I have some friends that collect rainbow everything. Rainbow blankets, rainbow socks, rainbow artwork, rainbow jewelry, just because of the significance of what a rainbow means to a lot of people. And actually has several different meanings to different people, but it's just a beautiful little addition to any piece of jewelry for anybody that you know that loves a good rainbow. So pretty. How can you not love a rainbow? It's all the colors. All the colors, not just one, all of them. Love that. I think that is super cute. That would be a really cool addition to any piece of jewelry. Now, this one is for our sports fans out there. I have an enameled charm silver plated volleyball. If you've got a volleyball star in your life, and I know, actually no, more than one volleyball player in my life. It's weird, right? Like, Maybe it's not that weird. Volleyball is pretty popular, but I have a couple of volleyball players that I know in my life, and they actually put these little volleyball charms on their tennis shoes, which I think is absolutely adorable. So if you know somebody who plays volleyball in high school or in college, or you just love volleyball, this is a cute little enamel charm that would look cute anywhere, maybe on your tennis shoe. You never know. All right, moving on. Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. I forgot to scroll back to keep up with the questions. I was scrolled all the way back again. All right. You want to slash it with a Sharpie? We are slashing prices. Wanda played volleyball back in the day. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. All right. Now I have some ice skates. So for those of you who like volleyball, that usually involves like sand and hot weather or a hot steamy gym. But now those of you who like ice skating probably are more like me, a winter weather kind of person who loves the cold and the ice. These are so cute. I love that there are two here. These are 16 millimeter, super cute. Love those. Again, just a cute little personalized charm for somebody in your life. My cousin was an ice skater all through high school, and I was always kind of jealous because I'm about as graceful as a rock. Like I'm not. I just don't have that in me. But she was like a swan on the ice. I was always so jealous. All right, moving on to the next. This one is super cute. This is a hand-painted, resin cat. Who doesn't love a good kitty? I love a kitty. Oh, so cute. Look at that. It's even holding a little ball. That's adorable. So cute. Yep, love that one. Love, love, love. That's adorable for anybody who loves a good little kitty. And I love that it's a black cat because those are good luck. All right. I never had a bad black cat. I have a tuxedo cat that is as sassy as they come. But the black cats that I've had in my lifetime have always been so sweet and calm. Not like the tuxedos. All right, this is an antique silver-plated 32 millimeter double horn pendant. This is really cool, very boho, very Southwestern. I adore this design. It's got a nice large bell on it, which means that you're going to fit this through, or rather, things will fit through this that are a larger diameter, so you're going to be able to thread this onto your thicker cords, maybe a piece of leather. That would be super cool. I don't know if you guys keep up. I know that I keep up, and I think I keep up for a lot of you. I think a lot of you have gotten to where you just kind of wait for me to tell you what's going on in the world, so you don't have to Google it, and I can Google it for you. And I'm okay with that. I am all about, fashion and what's coming up, what the trends and the styles are. And I like to know so that I can hopefully try to build my jewelry pieces accordingly around what's coming up. One of the things that I noticed for spring and summer is individual pendants on single strands. Where last year it was a lot about like multi-beads and multi-colors. This year it's about just a big statement pendant on like a piece of suede or a piece of leather or just a chain. This is giving me that kind of vibe. Put this on like a 2 millimeter piece of leather, put some hardware on the back and call it a day. And this is a really cool unisex piece. So love that. Absolutely love that. Tuxedos are supposed to be the smartest. I think that that's probably pretty true. Mine is very, very smart. They call her cat dog at the vet because she is, she's very much like a dog instead of a cat, and she is 100% brilliant. And it's kind of scary how brilliant she is. All right, this is a silver-plated Hamsa hand charm. This one was really pretty. It's got blue stone there in the middle. It also has a little opening here that I know is actually supposed to be there, but if you wanted to set another little stone in that, you absolutely could. These are supposed to be good luck for those of you who are into those kinds of things. I think it's just cool looking, quite honestly. So good luck or not, I think it's neat. Very cool. Very, very cool. Tuxedo kitties have so much sass, says Deb. Agreed. Agreed. So much sass. It's kind of ridiculous how much sass they have. All right, next up we have a beautiful metal charm. This is Round Opulence. This is a 19 millimeter. I love this. Has that beautiful hammer tone, but then it has the little bead accents to it. Really beautiful. Again, one of those pieces where this could be instant gratification if you wanted it to be. Put a beautiful bell on this or a jump ring and just thread it on to your favorite stringing material. Could be a piece of leather, could be a chain, or you could bead an entire piece of jewelry around this. This is definitely the size that I tend to gravitate towards when I put like a charm where my clasp is on a bracelet. I love this and would definitely use that for that kind of situation for sure. I'm always looking for a good charm for that. So that one's really pretty. Love that. All right. Moving on. We've got a lot of things in today's show, so I'm trying not to go too fast because I don't want to leave anybody behind, but also there's a lot here. So this is an elegant square bead frame. I think this is really, really cool. Check this out. So this has a drill hole in it. When you look at it from the front, you don't actually see that drill. It could just be a beautiful pendant if you wanted it to be, right? You could just add a jump ring to it and this is really cool. Could be a pendant, could be a charm. But when you look at this more closely, it's actually drilled from side to side, which means that you can set a bead in between here. Or if you wanted to, you could run like a piece of wire, your bead stringing wire or whatever, and you could do several small beads through there if you wanted to. The design possibilities are endless with a little piece like this, and I love that it could be either or. If you just love the way that this looks and you don't want to add a bead, you don't have to, and it's not obvious. But then if you did want to put some beads through there or a single bead, it's really, really beautiful. Love that. Wanda says she loves the bead frames because they really highlight a good bead. I think so too. Debbie says those would make really nice earrings. And I think she was talking about these right here. They would make absolutely beautiful earrings. Love that. So cool. All right. All right, guys, just a quick note for you guys, just so that you know, you're not seeing when you are adding these items. So I mentioned at the top of the show that you're going to click on that shopping bag. If you're joining us on artbeats.com, you're going to look on that shopping bag. You're not going to be seeing the clearance prices. I just want you guys to know that this doesn't necessarily look like a clearance event, but it 100% is. So just so you know, those prices are going to be there in your cart when you go to check out. You're seeing the regular prices on these, but I can promise you this clearance event is up to 80% off. So you definitely want to take advantage of that, just so that you are aware. Now we have an antique silver plated brass cutout pendant. This is really pretty. This again is one of those things where if you use your imagination, you can come up with so many different things that you can do with this one. So this could be used in a lot of different ways. So you could, of course, the standard I think that you see is going to be just to hang the dangles from it and then, hang it on either side with, cord, chain, what have you. However, I see a lot of other options here. So first of all, this open work means that I can utilize more than just these open loops here to hang dangles from. I can actually hang things from any of the open places here. I can wire wrap some beads into this really cool design if I wanted to. You could even take this and use this to create one of those hand chains, because you could take your two pieces of chain coming up to loop around your finger, and then you could come off of the bottom of this to do the chain to go around your wrist if you wanted to. You could use this for multi-strand design. So if you wanted to grab two of these, you could drape 3 strands between them and then bring your 2 strands on the ends up to a single. Like, there's so much possibility. I love the versatility of pieces like this. These are the things that get me excited about jewelry making. It is a pre-made component, and I know some of you are like, oh, I just like to hand make every single piece of this. But there is nothing wrong with a pre-made component. A lot of times it is the jumping off point that I need to get excited about making pieces of jewelry. So love this. Absolutely love this. Hey, Georgina, it's so good to see you. Hi, Mary. Shirley is here. Everybody is here on this Saturday. I love it. Saturday energy is so different. All right, we're gonna take a look at a couple more things, and then we're gonna back up again. Let's take a look at a couple of things that we've already looked at. All right, so this is a Zola Elements pendant. This is a hammered U, and again, it's just like the piece that I showed you. It's not just like it. Obviously, this one looks different, but it gives me the same kind of feeling design-wise and creative-wise. There are so many opportunities for getting creative here. You could take two pieces of chain or two little beaded sections and come up ear wire and then hang your dangles from the bottom, right? Or just like we talked about with the other one, you can do your hand chain with this one. You can do a multi-strand design and drape between here, or you can just keep it as is. The cool part about this one is the direction of the drill holes, and drill hole, potato, you know what I mean. The holes here, you could actually string your beading wire or whatever it is that you're using through here, and you can hang things from here. You could have beads going from one loop to the other. So there's a lot of opportunity to get really creative. Love that. Super cool. All right. Got another similar shape. Actually, you know what? I've got one that is exactly like that one, just in a gold color. Let's take a look at it. You want to? So I have that exact same piece. This one is just in that beautiful gold color. And this is really nice gold color, by the way. It's not too yellow. It's a really good one. Looks very similar to the gold that I have on. So very similar to real gold color-wise. I love that. So pretty. So pretty. All right. This is another really interesting piece that we have here. So this one is a half circle slide. I love that. This one, you're just going to put this. I was actually looking for something similar the other day for a design that I wanted to do. This is really cool. I wish I had like 10 of these. I would have these like all lined up with some beads between them to create a really cool boho design. Or you can just make it a single, just a single with some chain or whatever. But I love the shape of this and the way that this goes onto your beading wire. It's going to create these little straight sections, and then you're going to have like this overall, if you use several of them, you're going to get a really cool geometric looking design because you have these little sections of straight line, which is really awesome. Plus the fact that this just has some really beautiful decorative designing to it as well. It is double-sided, so there's no clear front or back, which is nice when it flips around when you're wearing it. It doesn't matter which side you're looking at. Super cool. Again, things like this that get me really excited about jewelry making. Sometimes I get in a slump, and I need a little pick-me-up. So pieces like this are really cool for kind of getting the creative juices flowing again. This one is a hammered U. This one is much larger. The drill holes on this one are front facing, so it's a little bit more difficult, but you could still put things in between here, hang from here to here with just a jump ring instead of going straight through. Just a really cool little piece with that hammered texture. Really like that one. That's super cool. A bit bigger too. All right, I've got one more Zola Elements for you guys. And then we're gonna look at the beads. You wanna look at some beads? Let's look at some beads. All right, this is another really cool one. This one is a wood and resin pendant stick. This is another one where you might want to get more than just one of these. Individually, this is cool because it makes a statement. It's simple. It's, it is what it is all by itself. However, to make some really cool fringe out of this, you might want to grab a couple, which is a great idea. Like, I don't know, 5 or 6 of these. If you're an odd person or an even person, get an odd count or an even count of these, and you could create some really awesome fringe that has this blue on the top and then the wood on the bottom. You're going to get a really cool boho chic kind of look out of that. A whole lot of sassy women in here. Agreed. What was there some sort of question? I think that's pretty much a no-brainer. Lots of sassy, wonderful women here. I love it. All right, scrolling back through the comments here. Some really great ideas from all of you. I love it. I love this community so much. All right, let's take a look again, shall we? Because we have gained some new people here as we have gone through the show. Let's take a look again at these Dakota stone strands, just in case anybody missed them earlier. If you're just joining us, don't forget you can click on that shopping bag on the side of your screen to look at all of the items. So if you did join late, you can always see what we've already looked at, and you can see what's coming up again, or coming up, not again, but is coming up. By clicking on that shopping bag, you can also add those items to your cart as well as check out, all from that little button. If you're joining us from Facebook, there is a little area up in the top of your screen where you can type in the item codes for all of the items, and it's going to send you a link directly to those items to make it super easy for you to shop. However, if you are joining us from Facebook, I can't see your comments. So if you want to come and hang out in this comment section, and trust me, hanging out with this community on a Saturday, that's a lot of fun. You definitely want to come over here and hang out with us, and I can see your comments that way. All right, so this is the double drilled Dakota stone strand of the African turquoise jasper, which is one of my favorites. I gave you guys some really cool ideas as to what I would do with this. I definitely would use this on memory wire. I've got a memory wire show coming up very, very soon. We haven't used memory wire in a while. I want to do that. I think this would look cool on memory wire because it would create a really nice little cuff. However, you don't have to use it that way, right? You could use this on your bead stringing wire. You could use this on your artistic wires. You could do anything you wanted to with this. Add some beads in between here to really get a long, or to get the most out of your strand here. This is an 8-inch strand. It's a lot of beads. And again, double drilled. You can take 1 or 2 of these to create some really cool earrings, because you can run your wire up the top, create like a little arch with your wire, come out the bottom, do some wrapped loops, add some chain, whatever you want to do. It's a really cool piece, or bead rather, to create some interesting pieces out of. Plus, I just love the African turquoise. I think it's gorgeous. All right, then we had an 8mm faceted strand of sodalite. These are stunning, absolutely beautiful beads here. I love sodalite, and I love it when it's faceted because it really sparkles. And sodalite is one of those beads that's not really known to sparkle much. I mean, it has to be really high polished to really get a good like shine out of it, but the facets do all that work. Oh, so pretty. So beautiful. And that's a really, really good strand. You want the inches on this one? Let's go ahead and look. I have the ruler. We'll measure. All right, there's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this is a 16-inch strand. So you're getting a full 16-inch strand out of those 8mm faceted sodalite. So pretty. Really beautiful. All right. Now we have a matte chakra strand here. So this is the Dakota Stone Chakra Stones 8mm matte round beads. I did take kind of a guess as to what some of these were. I don't want to say 100%, so don't take my word for it. But it is all of the chakra colors. If you're into that kind of designing, this has already done all the hard work for you because it has all of the chakra colors. However, if that's not your design style, that's okay. These are still just really beautiful beads. I'm guessing this is probably matte carnelian, some matte lapis here. That looks very similar to apatite. I'm nearly certain this is aventurine, probably amethyst here. Those are just guesses. But yeah, that's a really cool strand of beads for sure. Beautiful. All right. Then we had a beautiful, I lost the little package. No, I did not. I did no such thing. I've got some blood quartz here, 6mm faceted. These are so pretty. And this is reading orange and pink. So you're going to be able to mix this with a lot of things. I would actually pair this with rose quartz, because that's one of my go-tos this time of year, particularly in the month of February, is rose quartz. This would pair beautifully with rose quartz. So nice. Love that. All right. And then last but not least, for our Dakota stone strands, we had the green strawberry quartz. And I love this strand. I think that this green color is beautiful for the spring. And I know a lot of us are really looking forward to those warmer days, guys. They'll be here before you know it. Thankfully, I think some of us are kind of over the winter this year. I've had enough. I still have snow on the ground, which I normally love, but I'm kind of looking forward to the warmer temperatures and the flowers and the greenery. So if you're ready for the greenery, this is a great strand for you. These are really cool little faceted cubes, but they're drilled side to side, or not side to side, but they're drilled diagonally. So they hang really cool on the strand. Love that. So pretty. So pretty. All right. Now, if you need a little sparkle, who doesn't need a little sparkle? Always need a little sparkle. I am all about the sparkle. I've got some beautiful Crystal Lane beads for you guys. This is a Crystal Beads faceted rondelle. These are 1.5 by 2.5 millimeters. These are Crystal Lane. I love these. We call these the baby beads. I love a good baby bead, and this color is stunning. This is that like topaz-y color with that AB finish. It doesn't get better than that. That's gorgeous. These make wonderful little spacers, but they also just look beautiful by themselves. Like if you're into simple designs, you could just restring these and make simple little strands out of them. But what a beautiful little strand. Love that one. Now, if this is not your favorite color, I got a couple of other color choices for you. I've got a blue, same size. This one is in just a really beautiful, it's like a periwinkle blue. Super pretty, lots of sparkle, two little strands here. It's going to get a lot, you're going to get a lot of projects out of these for sure. So pretty. I keep moving it away and it just keeps coming back. So that one is really pretty. Let's put it next to the blue. You never know, right? They could go together. They could. I don't know. Depends on what you're going to do with them. And then, ooh la la. Speaking of springtime and green, I've got a strand in the green. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That is beautiful. So this is like a kind of a deep peridot with that AB finish to it. So pretty. So pretty. I'd grab all three of these, honestly. I love the baby beads. I love to use them as spacers. They make great beads for rings. Also, speaking of rings, remember this guy that we were talking about? This little copper guy that has the 10 little loops on it? These would look amazing. So they're like the perfect size for that, right? I love it. I think that would be really pretty. Yeah, make a little cha-cha ring out of these sparkly Crystal Lane beads. Yep, I'm feeling that. All day. I would wear that. I would wear that. I would give it as a gift. I would put it on my website. You bet you I would. I love sparkle. All right, let's move on to some other interesting things because I have lots of different items in the show today. All right, let's take a look at a couple of cameos. You want to? These are kind of different. These are a lot of fun. All right, we have a vintage style lucite oval cameo. This is black with beige on it. This one has the Kraken. This one has, it's an octopus. But as far as I'm concerned, listen, my last name is Lovecraft. Of course, this is a Kraken, okay? There's no question about that whatsoever. But I love a good flatback. These are super cool. You can glue these down to like your stiff stuff and you can bead embroidery around them. Or if you've got a setting that you want to set this into to make a really cool statement piece, that would be awesome. And it's just a lot of fun. It's whimsical. It's vintage looking. It's very, very different and unique. I love it. You can even see like, oh, the little suction cups on his tentacles. Oh, it's just cool. It's just cool. I love it. I love it. All right. I've got one more of those. This one is also very whimsical, but maybe not as, this is definitely got a different feel. Just a little different here. This one is a vintage style lucite oval cameo, blue with white. It's got a beautiful cat on it. So this one is a little less spooky or creepy, I guess. I don't want to say spooky or creepy about the octopus because I think he's cool and I don't want to like pigeonhole him by any means, but this one definitely has more kind of a Victorian feel to it for sure. And again, same thing. You could glue this down to your stiff stuff if you wanted to and bead embroider around it, or you could glue this down or set it into a setting. Lots of opportunities for creativity with these. Love them. Love, love, love. Oh my goodness. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. All right, let's change gears a little bit. Got a couple of things that maybe you guys have forgotten about, but let's be honest, we still kind of live in a world where this is a thing. And maybe for the best. Maybe for the best. All right, we have some silicone cord locks. Now, some of you may not know what this is for, but remember when we all had to have masks all the time? Well, we don't all have to have masks all the time now, but quite honestly, the masks are not going anywhere, particularly this time of year. The C word is still going around. The flu is still going around. And I kind of love that we have all as a society kind of embrace the mask. So when you're not feeling good and you're going out in public, right, you put on a mask because you don't want to share those germs with other people. But making those masks personalized really kind of takes it to a whole new level. And I love that we have the materials that you need to do that. So these, you slide these on and it kind of helps make your mask adjustable. These are just plain black. But quite honestly, if you wanted to take some of those flatbacks, you could glue to them and like bling them up if you wanted to. But these are just handy. Even if you're not making the entire mask yourself, you can still benefit from having these, because I have a couple of masks in my stash that are a little big. So having these is really, really handy. Also, if you are making the entire mask yourself and you want those little inserts for the nose piece so that you can like kind of mold it to your face, we have some of the nose strips that go in them. You guys, I know a lot of you guys know Meredith Roddy, right? From Beadalon. She's a really dear friend of mine. She makes masks. And she uses both of these things, and she still makes masks because, again, like the masks are not going anywhere, right? We were at the airport just last week, and people had masks on, and I appreciate that, because I'm like, I know that's a person that's not feeling too good, and they are taking care of themselves and the people around them. So these are still very, very, useful even in today's world for sure. Yeah, hello Beady friends. That's our friend Meredith. She makes awesome masks. She made me a couple of really cool masks when that started to be something that we all needed to have, and they're just fabulous. Love them. I love the homemade ones. They're my favorite for sure. All right, some other kind of unrelated things here, just kind of roundabout, and then we're going to look at some more charms. I've got some Tiarra cast things, but for those of you who are into stamping, I have some letter punches here that are, these are Eurotool, I believe. Yeah, these are Eurotool. These are really good quality stamps. I'm not a big stamper. I do have all the supplies to be a stamper. It's just not, like I said, I'm not very graceful. So stamping in a straight line has always been a challenge for me, but there are some incredible stamping artists in the world. And, this is a really good buy here. These are 1/8 inch alphabet metal stamps. It's the whole set. They're all uppercase. And I didn't even know we had these. Those are pretty cool. And they come in their own little case, so you can keep them all together. Yeah, Eurotool does make good stuff for sure. I love Eurotool. They always have really nice quality, and I love the little holder for all these, so you don't lose them, because I definitely would. I'd be going to write, to stamp something out, and I'd be missing several letters, because that's just kind of my life. That's just how I am. I got some stringing material for you guys to take a look at here. I have some Griffin 19 strand jewelry wire. right? So if you just need to grab some up, this is actually a really good opportunity to grab this up and have this on hand. I'm thinking like your Saturdays and your Sundays when maybe your kids, your grandkids are bored and they don't have anything to do. This is the wire I would give to them, right? Because I'm just gonna show it to you. I don't share my Art Beads designer jewelry wire with anybody. I'm that person. I don't share my wire, my favorite wire, but it never fails. A kid will come to me and say, hey, can I have some bead string wire for something? And I'm like, I'm not giving you my very favorite, but I'll give you some of this. This is good quality. I'll give you, and it really is. I'm not making that up. Like, I'm not just saying that for no good reason. It is good quality. It's made by Griffin, which is, if you guys know, Griffin silks are fantastic. But if you want to use this for like your practice pieces, or you want to give this one to your kids or your grandkids to use to make jewelry with and save the good stuff for yourself. Not that this is not good stuff, but this is in the clearance sale. So I'm just saying, okay, I'm just being completely transparent with you. This is the one that I would have on hand for those occasions, for sure. There's no reason not to. No reason not to. Then go take a 2-hour nap. Wanda, you're terrible. Oh my goodness. All right. Now, if you're looking for something a little different, right? Maybe you still got the grandkids and they don't want to, they're bored with that. Okay. This is cool just for anybody and everybody. And Ari and I, my daughter and I, we actually have this in both the black and the white. This is Fablastic. I think that's just the funniest. Fablastic stretch cord for mask making. But let me be perfectly clear with you. I use this for other things, and so does Ari. We use this for it's stretchy. It's stretchy. You can do all kinds of fun things with this. Now, this actually goes with like the other Fablastic, the mask making stuff here. So if you're going to be grabbing up the stuff to make some homemade masks with, right? Some personalized. I don't want homemade to sound like, I mean, everything is better homemade. That's the way I'm saying it. But you definitely want to grab some of this. I have it in the black and I also have it in the white. But honestly, Ari and I use this for other things. You can actually make your own hair ties out of this. So even if you make a few masks, okay, great, and you have some left over, you can actually you can seed bead onto this if you want to. You can make hair ties with it. You can take this, seed bead onto it, and make a hair tie out of it. Sew the two little ends together, and you have your own personalized hair tie. Like, these are super cool. And this is actually better quality than the hair ties that I grab by the handful at the box store, for sure, in the black and in the white. So if you're looking for something extra to do with these after you make your masks, I've always got ideas. Always got ideas. All right, moving on. Okay, I've got some good thread. It is exactly what it says, and I love the little spool that it's on. So this is just good thread. It says it's great for the loom, herringbone, brick, peyote. It's just beading string that you can do, or beading thread that you can use for literally anything. Okay, it says 10-0, 11-0, so those are the seed bead sizes that this is going to fit with. It says it pairs best with those. It is 100% nylon, and it's in black, and you can never have too much thread. Right? I'm just saying, like, it's good for all the things. So definitely great for beadwork, like beaded fringe, which needs to have movement, but still needs support. That's good stuff. Good stuff. I love and it's John Beads. So come on, you guys. you know John Beads, good stuff. All right. Now we have some leather. Wanda, I saved 2 different leather items for today's show in case you were here. As I was hoping you would be, and everybody else. This one is studded. Okay, so again, going back to, I'm obsessed with all things fashion and what is trending in the fashion world and what is in all of the fashion shows. Studs are everywhere. Studded belts, studded purses and handbags, studded laptop cases, studded wallets, studded everything. And this is so cool. Like, I literally would just make a single little, how rock and roll is that? Yes, please. Yes, I'm all about it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. So This is a 5mm studded flat black leather. You get this by the foot. Grab some of this up. I am seeing my high school days just flashing before my eyes. I went through this like whole punk rock thing, and then I was like, you know, I went through the whole like grunge phase. I did all the things. This is so rock and roll. I absolutely love it. So cool. Wanda passed out. I knew she would. I knew she would. I knew it. All right, now I have some braided bolo cord. This one is a little less rock and roll and maybe a little bit more Southwestern, but still has a really cool feel to it because all leather is good leather. This is Leather Cord USA 2mm black braided bolo cord. So this is actually cotton. Is that right? Wait, it's Leather Cord USA black braided cotton bolo cord. Okay, so it's not leather, but it's made from Leather Cord USA. So same good feeling here. It feels like leather. That's really nice. And again, this is, I think this is 5 meters. I'm not entirely sure. My packaging, I don't see that part, but I'm pretty sure this is 5 meters. But yeah. So bolo cord's great for if you want to create some bolos, you can, right? Bolo ties are always super cool. They are also trending right now, but also great for unisex jewelry. You can run your large hole beads over this. You can use this in all kinds of really cool ways. Love it. Love it. Leather Cord USA is the bestest, says Wanda. And I would have to agree. I really love Leather Cord USA. Good people. Good people. All right, now a little on the whimsical side, maybe a little different, a little less rock and roll, a little less Southwestern feeling here. We have some hand-dyed matte green and steel gray silk ribbon. I am a ribbon girly all day, every day. Now, I am definitely a rock star girly all day, every day, but I do love silk ribbon. I love the hand-dyed ribbons. These are a really beautiful way to create length in your pieces of jewelry. I have not used any of this in a while in a design, and every time I get it in my hands, I often wonder why I have not grabbed it, because it never goes out of style. It creates really soft, luxurious pieces of jewelry. You can put your large hole beads over this if you want to. You can tie this and use this as length. Where I would use like chain or leather, you can always go for ribbon. Ribbon is a great alternative. It's lightweight and it's beautiful. It's airy. It can be very whimsical. And these greens are just luscious. So pretty. I love it. Love it. Love it. So pretty. All right. Now, I have a few more items for you guys. We are kind of circling around to the end here. I've got some Tiarra cast coming up, and I have some charms and things. So let's look at the charms and things first, and we'll finish up with some Tiarra cast. You want to? All right, now speaking of leather and all of those kinds of things, this would actually look pretty cool with that ribbon as well. I have a 44 by 13 millimeter antique copper plated feather spacer. Now, from the front, this is beautiful. You could just use this as a regular pendant. However, when you turn this over and you look at the back, it's actually a slider. You can slide this on. You can slide this onto your flat leather. You can slide this onto multi-strand designs. You can slide this on to just about anything. You want to slide this on to our ribbon? I think we will, because why not? We have it right here in front of us. So again, very versatile with this, with the way that this is on the back. Well, now I can't seem to get that through there because, right? Look at that. That's so pretty. That's so pretty. Wrap this around your wrist several times, tie it off, and guess what? Instant gratification. Beautiful jewelry right here. Right here. Boom. Done. Oh my. Yep. I'm loving that. That's absolutely beautiful. And we didn't do anything other than just slide that onto something. So pretty. But that's not the only thing you can do with this, right? If you just like the way that this looks, forget that it's a slider. put, you know, a little piece of chain right here and a jump ring and just hang it. Use the bottom one to hang something to come from the back of it if you wanted to. Have some dangles. Like there's lots of things you can do with a piece like this. So if you don't want to slide it onto ribbon or leather or whatever, you can still use this in a lot of really cool ways. And unisex. So you can make a really cool band for somebody. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So cool. All right, what else do we have here? All right, I've got a couple of vintage pieces for you guys today. So I have a vintage Artisan pewter rectangle bezel. You could put anything you wanted to in that little bezel right there. You could put some beads in there. You could put other little pendant inside there if you wanted to. You could use glue. You can use resin. You could just turn it over and just use it as is. It's really cool. It kind of has that like rustic feel to it. Really neat. I love vintage. Anything vintage makes me happy. Reading the comments, y'all always have really good ideas. Hat band, love it, love it, love it. All right, vintage natural brass droplet filigree. I was holding it upside down. I apologize. It's just a drop. And it's beautiful. And it's filigree. And it's vintage. And like, what else do you say? That's beautiful. Hang it from whatever you want to, because I love a dangle and it doesn't matter what you hang it from. That is really, really beautiful. Show it to you up close. You can see those details. It's just beautiful. It has a little loop on the top. So all you have to do is just add a jump ring, thread it onto a piece of leather, thread it onto some chain, and you're done. Or you can take some thin beading wire, wire wrap some little beads to it. Maybe some of these Crystal Lane crystals. Could wire wrap to it if you wanted to. Ooh, la la. Yep, loving that. So many options, so many opportunities to get creative. I love it. Now here's another opportunity to get really creative. I've got two of these. I'm going to show them to you both at the same time. These are natural brass blanks. These are great for stamping, but I love to just hammer these and create texture. So one of them is this like leaf shape, and this one is more of like a flower or a sunburst shape. Both sold individually here, but wanted to show them to you together. So they're brass. And again, you can just leave them like they are. Add a jump ring to them and call it a day. You can layer these up, hang things in front of them. I love to layer vintage pieces. They're so much fun to layer with other things. You can hammer this, create some texture, throw on some metal paints, right? And give even more depth and texture to these. They're so much fun. Like lots of options to be creative. Love it. Love, love, love. Those are always fun to have. If you just need a little pick me up, get your aggression out with your hammer and then paint it with something. That's fun. That's a great Saturday afternoon right there. We're already having a great Saturday afternoon, but if you need something to do afterwards. All right, I've got two other brass pieces for you guys to see. This is a large brass fancy pierced shell pendant with patina. So there's a lot of P's. A pierced pendant with patina. That's fun. That's fun to say. All right. It's also really beautiful. This has a lot of open work here. So that means you can hang all the dangles if you want to. But it already has that beautiful patina. So those blanks, you can actually create this kind of thing with those blanks yourself, or you can just grab this guy, or you could grab all of them and layer them up to create some really fun pieces. I love this. I think it's really cool. And it's like, it's not flimsy. Like this is not super thin and bendable. This is really good quality. Love it. Love, love. That's beautiful. Come up with some really cool oceanic, because it's definitely a shell. It's giving me beach vibes for sure, but like boho beach, right? I'm seeing this with like some shell beads. Would be really beautiful. Love that. All right. One more brass piece for you guys. This is also a really beautiful one. All right, so this one is a large brass berry ring pendant with patina. So this one also has the patina on it, and it's just beautiful. This kind of Art Deco kind of feeling. Really, really pretty. You could hang things from it or wire wrap to it or just leave it as is. You grab a couple of these to make some really big earrings if you wanted to, or use this as a pendant. So pretty. I love that. I love anything with patina on it. Just kind of gives it such a different feeling. Really beautiful. All right, guys. Does the Kraken fit? I don't think so. The Kraken is oval. I'll show you the Kraken. Any excuse to look at the Kraken is a good one. He doesn't fit, but I wish that he did. He's an oval. I mean, I guess you could probably make that work, but he's definitely oval, and this one is round. But I mean, you could still do some interesting. I don't know. You never know. I'm sure somebody could come up with something cool. Love it. All right, so we're gonna round this out. We've oh, you meant the shell. I don't think so, but again, you could mix these together. I don't know. You know what? You could put him right here and fold the edges over. So technically speaking, you could frame him up by folding all of the edges over, and you've just created like a bezel for him, a little setting. You definitely could do that, and then it could be two-sided because the back of it is gorgeous. Oh, I love it. I like where your mind is going. Too cool. Very, very cool ideas. I like it a lot. All right. So we've had a wonderful Saturday afternoon with each other. I'm going to finish off with some Tiarra cast pieces here that I saved from yesterday's show. One that just kind of got left behind accidentally. So this is probably not the most exciting piece in the world here, but I had a 3x7mm antique pewter brass eyelet. I meant to put these with yesterday's grouping of the rivets that I had. This is a little eyelet. So if you're into leather working or just working with fabric designs, this is a little eyelet. I know he's kind of sad all by himself. He would have made more sense yesterday when I had the rivet pieces. So my apologies to him and to you guys. But this is a little Tiarra cast brass eyelet, and you can grab several of these. Right? I mean, because usually if you want one, you're gonna want more than one. All right. Let's see. What else do I have? I also accidentally, when I was looking at the Greek letters, I forgot to add this one in. Actually, no, I didn't. I think I had this one twice. So, well, we can always look at it again. I think I had this one yesterday too. I must have gotten two. I thought they were different, but I do have a pewter Greek letter charm here from Tiarra Cast. There are more of these. So like I said, at any point today, after you check out here, if you want to go check out what else is part of the clearance sale, there's more than just what I'm showing you guys, right? So I had all of those great items yesterday. I have everything today, and there's even more. So be sure you're going to check the website for some of the other amazing items that are on clearance. All right, I've got another Tiarra Cast charm for you guys. This one's one of my personal favorites. This is a Dia de los Muertos, a little skull guy in pewter. It's that kind of antique brass look. I love them. I've used these for several designs actually that we've done here on Art Beads. I used them for some Cinco de Mayo and for Dia de los Muertos. So, and they're just cool looking. I like them. They're not aggressive skulls. They're happy little guys. Y'all are funny. Okay, I have a couple of little bezels, Tiarra Cast bezels. So I've got this guy right here with the little crystal in it that is like that topazy color. Antique pewter beaded bezel charm. Very pretty. Now I can say this with confidence. Any of the Tiarra Cast pieces that you see that have a crystal in them, you're not going to be seeing those anymore. So you definitely want to grab them up when you see them. I had several in yesterday's show. I was going to show you guys today. This piece was in yesterday's show. This one right here. And you can see I wear it all the time on just a piece of chain. And I had those in yesterday's show. Grab those up. If you like them, grab them, because it's going to be harder and harder to find those. I've got another one here in this like soft purple. So this one is antique pewter. Again, it's that like antique silver color with a beautiful purple. Okay. All right. Then I have a Tiarra cast rhodium drilled hammertone rectangle link. These are cool. First of all, I love the hammertone. Tiarra cast hammertone is some of my favorite hammertone, because not all hammertone is created equally, let's be honest. Tiarra cast does it really, really well. But this is a really cool little link here where it's got a drill hole on either side. You can use it either direction. So you could use it this way, hang a dangle, and then either your ear wire, your jump ring to make it a pendant. You can also wire wrap to this. You could put something in the center if you wanted. The drill holes on this are really large. You could probably get 2 jump rings in here. So if you wanted a jump ring this direction to connect it, right, on either side, but then an additional jump ring to hang something in this area, you absolutely could do that. I think that there's plenty of room there for that, which is really cool. You could layer this up with other pieces if you wanted to. Super cool. Lots of versatility here. All right. Hey, Eric, are you there? Eric, are you there? He's like, oh, Sarah's got it. There he is. Wanda's yelling at you. Wanda's trying to get your attention. She yelled Patrick Mahomes at you. It's serious. We've got a large hammered ring. This is another beautiful Tiarra cast. Oh, and I'm just going to throw it. That's okay. I love this size. This is a great size for necklaces, earrings, bracelets, you name it. And it's just beautiful. You use it all by itself. You don't even have to wire wrap anything to it or hang anything from it. But you know I got to hang some dangles from mine. So, I mean. All right. And then last but not least, guys, I have a kit. This is another one of those Tiarra cast things that you better grab it up while the grabbing's good, because once these are gone, they're gone, because they're going to be putting together new things for the future, right? So this is the Western Lace Earrings Kit. I adore Tiarra cast quick kits. They're some of my very favorite things ever. So grab these up. If you're like me, these are instant gratification jewelry, and the quality is phenomenal because it's Tiarra cast, and they're always just the coolest. So these are these little components. It's everything you need here, even the instructions, right? It's everything you need. It's got the beads, it has the suede lace, it has the components, everything, but it's these little rings. And then you're just going to do like a lark's head knot with your suede and thread your 2 beads on there, and then add your ear wires. Like, it's super simple. Really, really simple. These are nice little gifts. These are great stocking stuffers for a jewelry maker. Like, this is definitely something that I would throw in my daughter's stocking for sure. Or like if I was just giving her a gift, I can slide this into a card and give this to her for sure. Plus, I kind of just like them for myself, honestly. But this one has got leather cord USA and Dakota stones, beads, and then the Tiarra cast findings. So you know that everything in here is really, really nice quality. It says Tiarra quick kits provide superior components and clear instructions. Yeah, and they do. They're so cool. There's nothing beats these Tiarra cast little kits. I love them. All right, friends, I'm going to turn you around, because we are, unfortunately, at the end of our show. But it's a great opportunity to ask some questions if you guys want to. I do want to encourage you to close out your carts. Now, yesterday we had a conversation about what close out your cart means. And so for those of you who maybe didn't see yesterday's show, this is a great opportunity for you to get this information. You hear us say a lot of times, close out your cart, and some people don't know what that means. What we're saying to you is we just want you to go through the rest of the checkout process, because if you leave your cart open with a lot of these items, particularly when we're doing a clearance event, those items may not be there when you go back to that cart later. So if you check out now and you go through that process of checking out and closing your cart, then you are guaranteed to get those items, right? But if you leave your cart open and you go away until tomorrow and you come back later, there's no guarantee that those items are still going to be there, because with the clearance events, the items sell out very quickly. They're in limited supplies, and once they're gone for good. So definitely want to encourage you to go ahead and close out your carts, and then maybe take a look later on, or at least, when we leave each other here, head over to artbeads.com, look at the website, look at the other items that are part of this clearance event, because it's more than just what I've had in today's show and in yesterday's show. You're also going to be seeing some more of these items coming up next week throughout the week. So this is not the end of the clearance event by any stretch of the imagination. This is just the beginning. This is just to get the news out there that we've got this amazing event that's going on. So you want to take advantage of it. Don't wait too long on things. Definitely grab them now, because again, limited supplies. So grab them up. If you saw something in today's show that you loved, you definitely want to go ahead and grab it up. Don't wait too long, guys. Do not wait. All right. So also just want to remind you guys that please, while you are over on artbeads.com, that you're signing up for the newsletter. That is the #1 way to stay in the know of everything that is art beads related. And listen, we've got a lot of things coming up that you guys do not want to miss out on. This year, 2025, is going to be a very interesting and fun year, and you don't want to miss out on that. So sign up for that newsletter, and then head over to Facebook and sign up for our Facebook group, Serious Art Beaters on Facebook. It is a wonderful place where this community that's hanging out here in the chat, we hang out in the chat, and then continue the conversation over to the Facebook group. It's a great place to be inspired, to share your creativity, hang out with this incredible community, and see what everybody else is doing with their art bead goodies. So, all right. Yep, Eric says big announcements coming, so you don't want to miss out. Sign up for that newsletter. We will not spam you. We're only going to send you the things that are relevant to you, that you want to know. I promise you. All right. Okay, so I am out of here unless there are any questions. Otherwise, I'm going to let you guys go. I want to thank you. First of all, I want to thank Eric and Michelle for taking their time, to help put the show together, and then to hang out on a Saturday afternoon. I know Eric's got other things he's got going on, and it might not have been what he wanted to do Saturday afternoon, but I did. I don't know. I'm sure he likes to hang out with us just as much, to hang out and have one to pick on him. Who doesn't want to do that on a Saturday afternoon? But I do love it. I love to get to see you guys on a weekend. It's really cool. The energy's different. Everybody's relaxed, and we're just hanging out and having a good time. So I appreciate it. I'm sure this won't be the last time you guys will get to hang out with Art Beads crew on a Saturday afternoon. We'll do that another time, I'm sure. But thanks for hanging with me today and letting me be a part of your afternoon. I appreciate it so much. And yeah, that's it, guys. Set your reminders for all the amazing lives coming up this week. You don't want to miss out on anything. I'll be back with you guys personally on Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern time, but be sure you're checking out the other designers who have amazing shows planned for the entire week. All right. I love you guys. Have an amazing rest of your afternoon. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys Monday. I'll be here soon. So go enjoy. I love you. Bye.